What's going on, folks? This is Steve with Race Day, and we are here today for No Limit Racing, the first race of the season, the duels to get us ready for Daytona next week. Cannot wait for this. The Xtreme Graphix Duel Shootout is here, and we're going to have some fun tonight. 2 duels to decide the starting grid for Daytona, and man, oh man, we're going to get underway real quick. Right now, we're going to go down trackside just like that, folks, to get underway, and we're going to grid for the first duel. Let's go down and take a look. There we go, folks. This is your starting lineup. Dalton Tucker on the front row right here in that P1 grid. Ryan Rusi right now in number 2. Quentin Lee, Brian Wirtz, Brian Powell, all coming down pit road. Isaac Mock, Joel Hamilton, Andrew Duffield, Casey Knighton, Kyle Hall, Adam Spear in P11, Matthew Taylor, Hank Caston, Morgan Sterling, there he is, Scott Shamka, Malochi Crandon 16th, Matt Horgenson in P17, Billy Smith 18th, Chris Taylor 19th on the grid still, and Chantel Pottle. So Dalton Tucker, there he is, that 21 Capital Materials Incorporated machine, looking very good today. Going to be starting off on the pole. This is the first duel. 30 laps to get us underway for tonight. Cannot wait to get this thing going on. Big thanks to IMB and Bucktaker for coming on board, obviously, for the league, as well as Race Day here. You'll see a lot more of them this season on this channel. Great sponsors right there and great partners, but also too for the all the Xtreme Graphix guys here. This league is looking quite promising, and I'll tell you what, I am pretty pumped up for this. We're going to get underway though just in a second. Pace car is coming off momentarily. We're about to get 30 laps of Daytona action already. Beautiful Thursday night. That 21 car on the front of the grid. And here we go. Pace car going to make that hard left-hand corner. There it is. Starter has the green flag in the air. We're about to go green. There it is. We're green for the first duel at Daytona. Big moves right here. Gotta be careful. 30 laps is not a lot of time here. We're gonna find out real fast what they can do. Dalton Tucker leads us off right now into turn 2. These cars are about to be at full song right here, entering turn 3. Dalton Tucker, there he is, that 21, leading off the first lap to get us underway here. 29 more laps to go. 2 wide in the back right here. We're seeing some separation from the back. Hank Caston, Adam Spear. 4-driver breakaway right there. Lost the draft. Not good. But up front, Dalton Tucker is the one leading the charge. There he is at 21. Quentin Lee in P2 with a 37 machine. Jim Dean. Brian Wirtz. Incredible job so far. Lap number 3. A lot is on the line. Who wants to start? Daytona up high. Sometimes that might be the strategy, right? Maybe you don't want to start in the high starting grids, right? Maybe you want to chill out in the back of the field. But right now, Quentin Lee not chilling out on the outside lane, going to try and make a move here. Has no help though up high. Inside lane's gonna prevail. Ryan Rugi right now up the top lane. That yellow 50 machine has the 37 right behind him. So he's there. But this bottom lane is getting some great help. Brian Ward's right behind Dalton Tucker. Man, look at him. He is pushing hard on lap 4. 3 different manufacturers, all in that top 3, led by a Chevy, then a Ford, then a Toyota. 4 laps into this race. Let's ride on board real quick. Brian Ruzi, what is he going on in that car? My, oh my, look at that. Rear view mirror full of cars. To the left of him, to the right. Well, not quite the right, but that could happen at any point. The outside lane is pretty prevalent. It works well here. Just have to have that really, really good drafting partners and help. Right now we're seeing the whole field 2 by 2 by 2. We'll see this all race long. Typically what you see is in these duel races, one duel will be nice and clean and the next duel will be chaotic. And which one are we going to get this first time by in Duel 1? We'll find out here soon. But lap number 5, the outside lane's actually starting to work now. The 47, Isaac Mock. There he is. Has the help. CMTA on the hood right there. Getting pushed by that 37. Makes a dive right there to the low line in front of Dalton Tucker. Bold move right there, but makes it work. Sometimes late moves like that can be dangerous, but man, looks good right there. And so far leading the charge right there for that 47. Awesome job. Some movement right here. The 68. Andrew Duffield. Looks like he decides to tone it down a bit. Goes to the back of the field. Doesn't seem like he had any kind of an issue, so off he goes. Not a bad job right there, but 2 wide in the back right here of this main pack. As the 47 leads the field here, Isaac Mock. 37 though, Quentin Lee wants some help. 34 is catching up. They're going to start that outside line. And a great move so far. Great job right there. Outside lane needs to get going here if they want to start passing, but it's lap 24, so they have some time. And a great job so far by that 47 Isaac Mock. Back here, though, look at this. 2 wide. The outside lane not really working too well like they thought they would. But they're getting there. Kyle Hall right here in the 88. Only a 3-car breakaway, I guess, right there on the outside lane. Not a whole lot to deal with. Give you the onboard camera real quick. This is what he's dealing with in that windshield. A lot going on, wiggling right there for sure. A lot of these guys, hey, there's no points on the line, right? So they're going to be a little aggressive. Maybe not right now with 22 to go, but definitely later on in this race. You're going to see some dive bomb moves, some blocking, some big runs. You never know, but man, Dalton Tucker all on the front end. His front end's just pushing that 47, man. Look at that. A great job, though, nonetheless. Outside line has some more steam right now. Quentin Lee leads it, but now we're starting to see a couple more cars. The 44, Matthew Taylor, making the move out high. A lot of good spots right here. Oh, man, the 37. Dives it right down low. Who's that? Quentin Lee. Did no more to the outside lane and decided that's going to be it for him. And there he is. Ooh, some banging right there. The 50, Brian Rushi. The 23, Scott Shamka. It's got Yoda on the front hood, I believe. Who is that? Let's see real quick. Is that Yoda? Oh my word. Toyota. And then the baby Yoda. Groku. On the hood. Love that. We're going to get familiar with all these cars and these drivers as we go in this season. But man, a lot of fun today in the duels. Starting to straighten out now. Isaac Mock up front. Dalton Tucker in P2. Brian Wirtz in P3. So far, so good. Casey Knighton right there in the P4 spot. These guys are going to be careful right here, though. Ryan Powell. There's some separation between him and that 50. They got to be careful not to lose that draft, but here they come. Oh, boy. Bumperoonie on the outside lane looking pretty good. The 34 up high. The 37, though. Down low. Quentin Lee. Man, oh, man. And just like that, we are single file, but it can turn in a dime. Single file, double file. The 55, Joel Hamilton. Got a little squirrely right there in the front of Morgan Sterling. Decides to go high there. It has no help, so that's not going to really work in his favor. But a good job out in the back real quick. We'll get an update on these guys. Billy Smith in P19, Andrew Duffield. Little 4-car breakaway right here. Again, these guys lost the draft, so they'll need most likely a caution to get themselves back into that rhythm. But look at this, some good looking cars right here. The 42, the 51 Procore machine pushing him. Tasmanian Devil on the Good Wrench car, love that. We see Adam Spear right here in P18 by himself, Chris Taylor as well. So a lot of cars right here at the back of the field by themselves. They'll need a yellow, but this could be, again, part of the strategy. This race right here is the first duel. This sets the grid for the inside lane for next week's big Daytona race. And Dalton Tucker in the 21, he is the pole sitter. So he is locked into the pole no matter what. He can finish first, he can finish last here, and it will not matter. And right now, looking pretty good. Going to maybe try and push his teammates to the front. That could be the case here too, so if they get in line, that might be what happens. That 50 though on the outside lane, Brian. Man, you can tell he wants to make that work so bad, but just can't quite get the steam to do it. Looking great, but look at this right here. Some moves all over the track. Matthew Taylor. Scott Shamka right there on the outside trying to do the side draft, but it just won't work unless he has help, and right now he doesn't have the help. Gonna get bottlenecked right here. This is dangerous now because look at the gap they created. Huge gap between Shamka and then the top three. The top three are right in the line. They're gonna be drafting perfectly like that. Getting that slipstream, but right now, ooh, beating and banging here down the backstretch. Oh my word, what are we doing here? Oh my word. Those two were all a mess on the backstretch right now. You know how you turn on your garden hose and it does that little shimmy shake as the water flows through it? That's exactly what those two just did on the backstretch of Daytona, man. But they kept it going, so we are good. So moving back here, looking like Joel Hamilton, the 55. Got bounced to the back right there. This has now become a 5-car tandem. We'll watch for these guys, but man, these guys have got to get some luck here up at the front. 3 cars at the lead. And right here, that second pack, they lost the draft now. Keep in mind, so this is going to be pretty big. If they have a chance to catch that front pack of 3, they have to line up here in a file. But man, they are in absolute shambles right here, trying to sort out who wants to lead this secondary pack. Here we go, Brian Ruzi right now in the number 50, making that work. And now they're single car file, so this is a good move here. This is what they'll need to do with 14 laps to go to catch those leaders. Isaac Mock, Dalton Tucker, and Brian Wirtz, are your top 3. This can be a pretty quick group, and right now we're seeing it. When does Dalton make his move, though? It's not going to be now for sure. It'll be probably with 2 or 1 to go. But the 82 right there as well, he's got a pretty good job right here. He's in that 3rd spot. He's going to be the wild card. Dalton, you know he's going to move out at some point, try and make a move. But which car does Brian Wirtz go to? That's the question. When the 21 of Dalton Tucker moves out to try and make that pass for the lead, does Brian go with him, or does he go with Isaac? In the back, though, this line has lost the draft completely. But they're in the line. They might be catching right now about 4 seconds back of the leaders. With 13 laps to go, that'll take probably either a yellow or some really tight racing right here. But we're just not seeing it, right? Like these guys, 6 drivers right here in a line, but they're not tight together. Either way, though, not looking too bad. Again, this will only set the grid for the inside lane at Daytona next week. And so far looking pretty good. Isaac Mock, though, in P1. Awesome, awesome job at the front line. A couple drivers 1 lap down, as you see on the tower. Chris Taylor and then Adam Spear are being shown 1 lap down. So they're going to be in the back as we sit right now. But Kyle Hall is by himself. He's not a lap down just yet, but about half a lap down right now. So he'll be seemingly going a lap down if he has no yellow to go for it. Matthew Taylor as well, way off pace right here, going into turn 3. Joel Hamilton, the same thing. Not looking too fast right there. Billy Smith. This is the pack that we're curious about, right? These top 6 guys right here. How can they catch that field? But right now, we're not quite seeing it. Still about a 4-second lead. There it is. A good visualizer. You can see the front pack up ahead. Just a lot of real estate between here and there. A long way to go for sure. Scott Shamka, hold on, coming down pit road. All by himself. Interesting call, but then, wow, Hank Caston absolutely was speeding down pit road right there. There's no way he wasn't. He was flying in the background. Here we go, though. Andrew Duffield, Billy Smith. Looks like green flag pit stops are here. And luckily, Scott Shemka has some help. So if they all come together here on exit, this will help their case. A lot of drivers getting tires, which is interesting. Not sure I would take tires here. I would definitely just fuel up and go, but here we go. Jorgensen off Scott Shamka right there. Has some drafting help, which is great. Billy Smith as well coming off. Hank Caston, he's the one we saw who had that speeding penalty. We'll see now. When do these leaders come down to pit road? 9 laps to go. That's a long way to go in Super Speedway world. These 3 we expect to pit together. Right now, nobody else on pit road. Everybody else coming off pit road. The second pack is now catching these guys. Going to try and tag along to that lane and see if they can get that draft. But right now, it's going to be tight. Yeah, they move up right there in the back. can't quite get it. They might lose the draft here. Being single file like that would help, but they're not. Either way, your leaders right now are still all by themselves, have about a 5-second lead over the next couple of drivers. So this is for the win right here. But again, green flag pit stops still have to happen. Joel Hamilton by himself, right? Ooh, almost spins it out. Good job there by recovering it. Keeps it going. Adam Spear down pit road. There he is. So again, green flag pit stops. And off we go. The leaders are going to pass him right here. The 47 Isaac Mock still in control of this race. And here we go. Big field right here. 6 cars comes down pit road. A lot of drivers here. Again, do you take the 4 tires? Do you take the splash? If I'm a driver here, I'm taking the splash of fuel and I'm off. But you have to have help too. So you got to take that splash of fuel and get out. There he is. Morgan Sterling does that. The 40 car. All these drivers getting that splash of fuel and off they go. Got to be careful to not hit that yellow stripe to get the off track. But when do the leaders come down pit road? Is it right now? No, it is not. So when do they pit? With 7 laps to go, now 6 laps to go at the stripe. Great run right now for those 3, obviously in control of this race. We're seeing Kyle Hall still on pit road. There he goes, coming off right now, looking pretty good. Big group right here. These guys are going to try and intertwine with each other. Again, drivers already off pit road, trying to get back into traffic. Six laps, the leaders still have to come down pit road. You can't mess up here though. No speeding down pit road. Nice clean entry. Here we go. The leaders are all coming down pit road right here. Brian Wirtz, Dalton Tucker, Isaac Mock. Who does what right here? I'm expecting a splash of fuel. And then off you go. Dalton has that lead though on pit road. You can race to pit road, and he has it. Dalton's going to have that number 1 pit stall. Get that great splash of fuel, then off he goes. So did they do that? There we go. Isaac Mock already off. Dalton Tucker off too, so he's going to have... Maybe not. Didn't really get off the line right there that quick. But these 3 should be inheriting the lead back as we go with 5 laps to go now. Green flag pit stops have concluded. Matthew Taylor looks like coming down pit road in that 44 W machine. There he is. And Isaac Mock right now assumes the lead right here. Back of the pack. Here they are in P4. Quentin Lee, Brian Powell. These guys lead that second line. Still about 5.5 seconds back of these guys. So right now, this is for the lead still. Game down pit road, nice and clean. Off they come. Oh no, Dalton Tucker comes back down pit road again. Maybe had a penalty there that we weren't aware of. Man, tough break for him. And the yellow flag is out with 4 laps to go. Oh my word, what happened here? Scott Shanka in that Toyota. In the Toyota. Oh man. Might have beached it right there. Decides to tow it. Tough break. Dalton Tucker just came down pit road too. Let's go back real quick, race day replay, and take a look at what happened there with Scott Shanka. Oh man, big tangle here with the 5. Unfortunate. Let's go back a little further back and see if we can kind of paint a picture here as to what happened. There we go. Scott right here on the outside lane, that 23. Oh, the 5 just comes across. Man, huge hit. Front fender off the car right there. Yeah, big damage. But yeah, it just seemed like that 5 thought he was clear, but just wasn't. as Chris Taylor. Man, oh man, tough break. Not a lot of damage on Taylor's car here, but definitely enough to... Oh, it's crowd walking though. So that's going to be an issue. Man, tough break, but yeah, that definitely was what happened. Came across the nose of Scott, thinking maybe he was clear or wanted to go out high, but that was not the case. So right now, this changes everything about this race. Isaac Mock going to be in the lead. Brian Wirtz in P2. Quentin Lee now in P3. So that secondary pack, again, we talked about it, who couldn't catch, has now caught them. So with 3 laps to go, we're going to go into our first green-white checkered attempt. And this could get pretty interesting here as... I mean, who comes down pit road? Anybody. I mean, most of these guys just pitted, so there's no problem for fuel. You're not going to really take tires here because super speedways don't really use those as much. So no problem there. But yeah, tough break for those guys. But here we are. What can they do as Dalton Tucker comes down pit road once more? So man, we'll have to find out what went on there. But tough break. Kyle Hall down pit road in the 88. Going to come down and service that car. Scott Shamka obviously down pit road, getting that damage repaired. So right now, yellow flag is out for the first time with 3 laps to go. But really, it's 2 laps to go once we go green. So real quick, let's go and thank a few of our sponsors, and we'll come right back, folks. Alrighty, folks, welcome back to race day. We are here for No Limit Racing. It is the Xtreme Graphix Duel Shootout. Man, this is going to be a lot of fun. It's already been a lot of fun, honestly. Duel 1 has been incredible. Good racing, but a caution has come out. And now we are going to do our first green-white checkered attempt. Isaac Mock up front, chooses the outside lane. 82 of Brian Wirtz. There he is, down low. Who can win this duel? Should be a lot of fun to watch right now. Cannot wait to get this thing going. Keep in mind, folks, stick around afterwards. We'll go into a bit of an intermission as we go into the duel number 2, and then they'll start that race after we get in there. So a lot more fun to still come. The intermission period might take some time, but once we get into that new virtual space of the duel number 2, we'll come back and we'll be good to go. We're not going to go off air. We're going to stay on the same stream, so no worries there. But take a bit of a intermission, grab the popcorn, grab your favorite carbonated beverage, whatever it is, and we'll come back for it. But right now, we have a duel 1 to figure out. Pace car lights are off, so that means we are ready to race. Isaac Mock is your leader. Brian Wirtz down low, and Brian Powell on the outside as well too. So right now, who will work with who to get this win for the Duel 1? Have to find out right here. Pace car gonna pull off. There it is. Starter cam has the green flag. Geico restart zone. We're back green. Isaac Mock gets a great jump right there. Goes down into turn 1. What can he do here? 2 laps to go. Isaac Mock down low, but look at the outside lane. Brian Powell right there as well. Might not work though. Outside lanes doesn't have a lot of help. That 50 on the outside lane going to try and push him, but man, right now, look at this. The 82 of Brian Wirtz pushing that 47 to the lead. Once the white flag comes out, the next flag ends it. And there it is. White flag is flying in the air right now. Isaac Mock to the point. When does Brian Wirtz or Quentin Lee make their move? Or are they content with staying where they are? Look at this though in the back. 3 wide. Unbelievable. Isaac Mock though up to the front. Brian Wirtz, oh, gets a little shake right there. Got loose. Does that open the door for Brian Wirtz? Yes, it does. Big block by the 82, and now we're 3 wide. Get ready for an absolute drag race to the line here, but 3 wide. Here we go. Brian Hurts up front in the 82. At the line, he's gonna get it. Big wreck behind him. And Brian Wirtz at the line will win duel number 1. Unbelievable job here for Brian Wirtz to make that work. Great moves. Made the move kind of early, but man, he made it stick. And what a great job there for the 82 to win the first duel of today's race. Incredible job. IMBRacewear.com on the side of that car. Very, very good job. Congrats to Brian Wirtz. We'll let him celebrate in just a second, and then we'll interview him. Man, what a great job. Quentin Lee in P2, Casey Knight in 3rd place, Morgan Sterling in 4th, and then Malachi Crandon in P5. So great job. Let's see him burn this thing down. There he is. Well, there he is, folks. Your winner for the first duel of tonight, Brian Wirtz. What a great job right there. Let's real quick try and bring him in if we can before we go into our second duel of the race. Let's try and sneak him in. Where is he? Don't see him right now on the board. We can't quite bring him in now, but we'll try and bring him in next session for sure. But folks, great job there for Brian Wirtz. We're going to go back on a quick extended break real quick. We'll thank some sponsors for the league and for the channel here, Race Day, and then we'll go on a brief intermission while we change between the 2 duels. So we'll come right back, folks. Stick around, and we've got one more duel to go. Duel number 2 here from Daytona. We'll come right back. back, folks. This is Steve. We are with race day today. And man, another race in the books here today. Duel number 2 coming at you very, very soon. We're going to start the grid here momentarily. Duel number 1 earlier was incredible. And now we are ready for duel number 2 to get the night finished and get the grid set for Daytona next week. Cannot wait for it. Right now, though, we're going to get down trackside and introduce you real quick to the front of the field. Here they are. Michael Wolf right there in P1. Brandon, there he is, in at 30. On the outside lane, Sean Lodison, oh boy, forgive me. P3, Matthew Correa, P4, Matt Cherry in P5, Brendan Barrier, 6th spot. Noah Rainwater in P7, Josh Fox. There he is, P8, Jacob Mason, P9, Kyle Lingerfelt, P10, Andon Mendenhall in P11, William Henderson in 12th place, Stephen Boressa, 13th, Matt Lovett, 14th, Christian Light in P15, Jason Hand, 16th, Blaze Bumgardner in 17th place, and then Norman Rangel in P19. Again, another big field right now and a lot to go here. Cannot wait to get this thing underway. Big race. Duel number 2 is going to be underway here momentarily. Brian Wirtz was your winner from duel number 1. And right here, 30 laps. We'll see how it goes. Duel number 1 was pretty calm. Duel number 2, though, we'll find out pretty quick. Here we go. Pace car going to turn in. We are about to go green for duel number 2, folks. So let's get ready. Michael Wolf on the front row. Green flag is ready. And the green flag is out for duel number 2 here at Daytona. On the outside lane, there he is, down low, that 30 car. Trying what he can here, already down low, looking pretty good. Outside lane, they're going to be coming up here too. Brandon Fernapple right there in P number 1 leads that 30 car to the front. And he will be your leader right now. But look at this, double file all the way back, but chaos right now. Big checkup right there in the back of the field. Gotta be careful there. They make it work right now on lap 2, but man, this is crazy. Everyone's trying to get it. Look at this, the movement right here, the 6 car. Matthew Correa just pushing that Xtreme Graphix machine. Awesome, awesome job on the outside lane here, that 22 of Michael Wolf. He started up in the front row, but right now can't quite get it going. On the outside lane being pushed by the 53 of Brendan Barrier. Trying what he can right there in that Fearless Creations to Camaro. Man. Let's ride on board real quick. Brandon Barrier. And what an awesome job. Holding a pretty steady wheel right there. Keeping it calm. That's the name of the game sometimes, but here we go. Lap number 4. And we are too wide all the way back except the front row. Driver number 30 doing a great job holding down that lead right there. Just like we saw they do it earlier on, Dalton Tucker back in that first duel, but right now that 22 is making a bounce back. Look at this. On the outside lane. Making it work, doing a great job right there. Awesome movement. Just like that, lap number 5 is in the books. 25 laps to go still, though, but Michael Wolf on the outside lane doing a pretty good job here, getting a push by Brandon Barrier. Has some separation now, has to get back to that, but looking good. Here we go. Side by side all the way back. Big push right there. Got to be careful to hit him square. 53 and the 22 go down low right here, but look at that 91 on the outside. Andon Mendenhall pushing that 65 of Kyle Lingerfelt. Ooh, some touch right there. Got bodied at the start-finish line. They keep it going. And so, big bump for the 22. Michael Wolf got a bump there, but Brandon Barrier cannot bump draft in the middle of the corners. That'll be a really bad day for a lot of guys. And look at this, we're seeing 2 wide right here in the back. 3 wide now as well. You've got room to do it, but you got to be so careful to not get up high or down low into those drivers. So far, they're making it work right now, but up front, they still remain 2 wide. Christian Light in that bright green Spotify machine trying to get his way up to the front too, and he's doing it. Down low right now. Looks like that number 4 car of Norman Rangel hit the wall just a little bit. Scraped it, but a battle for the lead. Oh boy! Side by side, man. Who was that? Is that Kyle Lingerfelt? I think so. Who was it? Man, oh man, they were sideways at the line right there, or on the backstretch on the yellow line. Man, we are just hustling it. We're acting like it's the last lap, and you can tell right now Kyle Lingerfelt gonna get shuffled back here on the outside lane. Oh, big wreck right here. Entering turn 1, there it is, our first yellow, the 90 of Jacob Mason. Collided with one other car. Tough break right there, man. Not a lot of damage though, actually. Maybe on the right side, just a little bit. Really pretty good though, so man, tough break for those guys. But our first caution of the day. Let's go back and take a look. Oh, you can just see it. The 30 comes across the nose of that 24. Might have been some help right there, but we'll take one more gander at it. Get a better angle, a little further back. There we go. Nice and up high. So the 90's down low right there in that white car, the blue 24. Yeah, the 90, look at him. He might squeeze him right here. Yeah, he does. Right across the nose. Unfortunately, collects the 4 as well as collateral damage. But, man, yeah, tough break. We saw this earlier in the first duel as well. Just, you know, you're 3 wide, not thinking you're maybe 3 wide, and have a car out to your outside, and there you go. So, tough break right there, but a long way to go in this race still. There's some time to recover. But the Atlanta Braves machine has some damage on the right side, but not too bad. So we'll see how we can recover there, but tough break. 23 laps to go here. And your leader, Matthew Correa, looking pretty good right there in the number 16, 6 right there on the paint. Looking very good. Matthew Lovett in P2. Kyle Lingerfelt, P3. There he is, that beautiful number 30 right there in P4, then Matt Cherry in P5. This might bring all the leaders down pit road. We'll see if they have enough to go the rest of the way on this fuel. We should see a lot of guys come down, and we do. So everyone's going to come down pit road here. They can all make it on fuel when they come down right now. So we'll see everybody take those tires perhaps, but I still don't seem to think they're going to take tires. I think a splash of gas here is really all you need to get yourself to the end. Tires here don't really wear off like they used to. And here we go. We're seeing everybody come down pit road. Some drivers taking tires. Maybe if you're in the back, not a bad move, but here we go. Everyone comes down. Here we go. Steven Barassa. Michael Wolf even. Bunch of guys taking tires, but not too bad. Gonna get a fresh start here with about 20, maybe 19 laps to go as we restart this race. Looks like Matt Lovett actually decided to either stay out or wasn't kidding about that splash of fuel, so he'll be maintaining the lead here. 21 laps to go in duel number 2. Let's real quick go and thank a few of our sponsors for race day here, but as well as No Limit Racing. We'll come right back, folks. Stick around. Welcome back, folks. We are at the duel number 2 at Daytona for No Limit Racing in the Xtreme Graphix Duel Shootout. Been a lot of fun so far. Duel number 1 has been over and done with. Brian Wirtz, your winner. And right now, 20 laps to go. We'll go green at about 19 laps to go. After our first caution, everyone now has come down pit road, and everyone is good to go on fuel. So a lot on the line here. We did see Matt Lovett come down pit road again once more while we were on break. So right here, that's going to be pretty interesting for him to see what that'll mean for him. Not sure if that was a penalty or didn't get enough fuel in that car, but either way, in the back, Matthew Correa, though, going to be leading this field with 19 laps to go. Make your predictions now. Who's going to win duel number 2? And again, folks, big thanks to all of you watching the stream, supporting Race Day. The growth lately has been very awesome, and we're excited to have you guys on board, multiple leagues on board. So make sure to leave a sub and leave a thanks in the chat. We really appreciate you. But that pace car pulling off right now. About to go back green here. Starter has the green flag in the air. And we are back green here with 19 laps to go for duel number 2. So far, a good start by a couple of these drivers. The front field looking pretty good, nice and tight. Outside lane, though, has more of a line than they do. That 6 peeking down low. Thought he had it there for a second, but does not. Man. He wanted to go 3 wide, but decided against it. Seeing 2x2 still. Some contact right there, I believe, by the 45. And then Correa. Big bump right there to the 65. And now shoots down low. Man, they are racing like it's the last lap. Look at this. Kyle's going to get that lap led by a hair with 18 laps to go. Oh, no. Big wreck in front of the field. The 6 goes around. Oh, no, and I believe he had some help. Christian Light. Around he goes in that Spotify number 6. Back end's pretty well beat up. Left side, oh, man. Unfortunate right there. Let's go back and take a look at what happened. We talked about it earlier, folks. Usually one of the duels are nice and calm, and the other duel is pretty chaotic. And right now, we're starting to see that with duel number 2. So let's find out what happened here to Christian Light. So Christian's obviously in that number 6, the green car. Just a bad push by the 53. Brandon Barrier cannot push into the corners here. The back end lifts up and the cars get so loose. And that's it. Some beating and banging. The 41. Oh, no. Has nowhere to go. I believe that's Lovett. Yes, it is. Kind of just drove through him, actually. Net coated right through him. Might have been okay there. But, man, big moment there for Christian Light. A couple of drivers in the front as well. I can't believe the majority of these drivers got through that. That's crazy. But for the most part, they did. Considering that was a major wreck in front of the field, they did an exceptional job of holding on to it. There he is. Christian Light, pretty well beat up, but still has the car able to compete. Don't see any toe issues or camber issues on that on the front end, so might not be too bad after all. Some more drivers coming down pit road. Kyle Lingerfeld, here he is. Matthew Correa, Josh Fox. A lot of your leaders coming down pit road right now. Topping off on fuel just in case, perhaps, but yellow flags definitely help the fuel consumption. Uh-oh. Jacob Mason blew past his pit box just a little bit, but no harm, no foul. Looks like that Christian Light, number 6, going to be off and going here. Has some damage to fix for sure, but not too bad. Either way, that'll give the lead to Matt Cherry in the number 45. Looking good. Noah Rainwater in P2. In the 05, SB Fabrication. Great looking car right there, man. Nice and clean. Awesome job. Michael Wolf, 22. Uh-oh. Naruto on the side of the car. Crunchyroll. I've got questions for him. But good looking car. Not too bad. William Henderson in P4. P5, Liquid Death for the 07, Steven Barassa. Hope I'm saying these last names right. I'm sure I'll get a lot of DMs later on that I have fumbled them, but it's all good. We're learning here. It's just the duels. We got Daytona next week. And, man, a lot more fun there, too. So, Norman Rangel here. A lot of familiar cars. Look at this. Jason Hand. Looking good. Josh Fox. Josh Fox Motorsports. Love that lime green and black car. Matthew Correa. A lot of good-looking paint schemes here at Ballpark. Oh, man. Putting me in the mood for a hot dog right now. Matt Lovett. We're looking good so far. A lot of good-looking paint schemes. In the pace car, lights are still on, so we're not going to go back green just yet, but we should be shortly. Could be a one-to-go situation here. Looks like that is the case. So real quick, folks, let's go and thank one more of our sponsors as we have one more lap to go. We'll come right back. Alrighty, race fans, we are back to Duel number 2 here at Daytona for No Limit Racing, the Xtreme Graphix Next Gen Series. The Duel races are here, and we are 14 laps away at the line to deciding the outside row for Daytona next Thursday to kick off the season. Cannot wait for that. And man, right now with 15 laps to go, a lot is on the line here. We've seen some pretty chaotic racing, and I expect to see the same thing still. But a great job nonetheless. Pace car pulls off. We're going to go back green here with 14 laps to go. Matt Cherry leads us off. Noah Rainwater on the outside lane, and we are back green. And there we go with 13 laps to go right now. Big movement up front. Anton Mendenhall trying what he can right there in the 91 on the outside lane. Noah Rainwater making the outside lane work right now. Who will prevail? Down low has more cars, but not for a while. Look at this outside lane. Get some more momentum here. Mendenhall doing a great job. Chooses the outside lane there. The 45 comes across with him. Matt Cherry. That's going to give the outside lane a lot of momentum here. Really stacks up the outside lane. What can they do with that momentum? 12 laps remaining. Three wide right here in the back. Seeing some big sparks from 22. My, oh my. What is going on right there? Holy! Let's take a look at that. Jason Hand in that 22 is just sparking. Not sure what that's from, but might be down a tire, but he's still up to speed. Oh, Michael Wolf, excuse me. Name correction there. Michael Wolf. Sparking it up. Unbelievable. Keeps it going, though. Talk about distraction. Three wide, though, at the line. We have a long way to go. 11 laps to go. Three wide, and Mendenhall. A three-car breakaway. Mendenhall, Cherry, and Rainwater. But right behind him, this is the chaos right here. Three wide, trying to get back up to the front. Number 6, Correa, in front of Brandon right there, the 30 car. Trying to work together, making the down lows inside lane work. Can they do it? It's 10 laps to go here. And they recaught that pack. That low line. Look at the momentum they have. Unbelievable. Let's ride on board real quick. For Natful. That gyro cam. You can really see the loves of banking. Man, the outside lane just went away right there, and now it's two cars in the bottom lane making it work. Great job right now for everybody keeping their composure. In the front four or out front. This pack right here, the 07, Steven Barassa. Trying to catch that draft is quite a bit of space right there. 45 Matt Cherry had room to go down if he wanted to, but didn't want to do that. So trying to make the outside lane work to get back to that lead. What a great job for these guys. Outside lane trying to work. There he goes. Brandon Barrier on the outside lane. Pulls in front of that 47. Now what can Barrier do here? Can he get the push he needs? 8 laps to go at the line. Riding on board the 45, Matt Cherry right here. Great job all around, keeping a steady wheel. Has the inside lane to worry about. But the outside lane, he's going to be careful. He can get a run there. What does he decide to do? Red lines it into turn 3. Got to lay off just a little bit. Can't push in the corners. You have to really trust the drive. Oh man, and he did! In a big wreck right here. Sends drivers down the track and into the inside wall. And we caught it live on the inside cockpit view. You just can't push in the middle of the corners. And Matt Cherry did that, unfortunately, from our view at least. We'll go back and take a look, obviously, as we always do, so let's find out here what happened. But man, that was pretty quick. Matt Cherry, I believe. Yeah, Barrier comes across the nose of the 45. We'll get a better angle here, obviously. Sometimes it takes a second because, yeah, it just all happens so quick in these super speedways. We'll get it, I promise. Here we go. Yeah, you just saw it right there. He just gives him a push too much. And then Barrier off right there, unfortunately. Michael Wolf as well. Thought for a second this might not cause a caution because it did happen way down off the actual track and the racing surface, but that is not the case. But no big damage, just some minor spins right here. No damage. Oh, maybe not. The front end of that 22 is pretty rough, but nothing too bad there on the 53. So not looking too bad right there overall, but tough break for those guys. 7 laps to go though. Man, we're going to see another nail-biter to end this race. Barrier comes down pit road right here. Has some left front damage, actually, from what it looked like, so there is that to contend with. Michael Wolf as well. Front end's just hanging on by a thread. Sean Ledison in the 24. Coming down as well, presumably to fix some more damage on that Dark Horse machine. But either way, Matthew Correa now inherits the lead. So there he is. Brandon Fernafel in the number 30. Xtreme Graphix on the side of the car looking really, really good. So there he is. William Henderson, P3. Noah Rainwater, P4. And Jason Hand in the top 5. So a great job all around so far. After the yellow flags are done, we're going to go about, I believe, 4 laps to go here. So not quite a green-white checkered just yet, but it might end up being a natural green-white checkered flag. So we'll go and thank some sponsors real fast and some channel sponsors and partners, and we'll come right back, folks. Stick around. Welcome back to Race Day. We are here for the No Limit Racing Duel Shootout for Xtreme Graphix. Man, awesome race so far. Duel number 1 has been concluded. Duel number 2, we're about to figure out who will win this race. And right now, Matthew Correa is right there. A lot on the line here to decide who can win this race. The pace car lights are off, so we're gonna go back green here with about 4 laps to go. Not quite overtime just yet, but let's cross our fingers. A long way to go. Man, for super speedways, cannot wait to get this race and this season underway. So far, these drivers seem like they're just super talented, and man, a lot of exciting racing to watch. So next week, again, is Daytona. That'll be a great race. Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern time will be the time frame for that, and we'll be right here on Race Day, as always. Again, big thanks to all you folks for watching, tuning in, being a part of the league, and big thanks obviously to the sponsors for all they do in support of No Limit Racing. Here we go. Pace car going to be turning off here. We'll have 4 laps to go to decide Duel number 2. Here we go. Front of the field, Matthew Correa is going to lead us off. He has the go signal. Geico restart zone is here, and we are off. Great restart for both lanes right here. Who will fight it out? Inside lane has the momentum right here, but the outside lane has more cars. So who will prevail here? We'll see more diving down. There they go, down low. That 05 Noah Rainwater really pushing the leader right here. Goes down low and surrenders the outside lane. That's going to hurt the outside lane just a bit. We're going to come 3 laps to go here. Matthew Correa chooses the outside lane. But man, the outside lane, look at them. They're so, oh no, the 90 again. And that will be it for the 90. It looks like Brandon Barrier as well. Big damage. Oh my word, for the 53 of Brandon Barrier. Huge wreck. Jacob Mason as well in the Atlanta Braves machine. Pretty well torn up here, I believe, in the front ends and the left side. Unfortunate. Oh no, the 91. Mendenhall led some laps earlier on, and here he is. Unfortunately, big damage to the front and the rear. Let's go back. What happened here? A lot went on. There we go. The 90, the 65 definitely give it a push to the car in front. Looks like the 17, if I can see that correctly. Or the 07, my bad. But then, yeah, big stack up right here. The 90 just lost control, looks like. Maybe got loose a bit. Into the 91, the 12. Brandon Barrier right there as well. Pretty well invested right there at that point. Not good. Fenders flying off. Tough break for those drivers. But either way, again, not worried about points in this race. No points to focus on. This is just for the starting grid of Daytona, the outside lane. So worst case, you start in the back, and that might not be a bad spot, because if the big one happens earlier on, you might be good to go. Man, that 91 has the right front, not even moving. Pretty bad deal there. So he's on pit road. Brandon Barrier as well, as well as Sean Lodison, excuse me. And then Andon Mendenhall. So he's on pit road. We have 4 drivers. The leaders right here are in about turns 1 and 2. So right now we will see our first official overtime segment, green-white checkered finish. Our last race, it went 1 green-white checkered, and tonight for Duel 2, what will we see? Will we see just 1, 2, 3, 4? Who knows? Could be a lot. But Brandon Fernafel, here he is, leading the race. Noah Rainwater in P2, Matthew Correa in third place, William Henderson in fourth, and Jason Hand in P5. It's a great job so far. A lot of fun. Duel number 2. We'll take a bit of a extended commercial break here, folks, while we sort out all this. We'll come right back, and we'll go non-stop, though, so you can watch all the action, and you'll see other cars on track. We'll come right back, folks. Alrighty, folks, welcome back to the conclusion of Duel number 2. We are about to find out who will win this race to decide who gets the outside row figured out. Man, 3 laps to go here, 2 at the line. This will be our first official overtime and green and white checkered flag attempt. So once we go green here, the next lap, if it's a yellow, we'll try it again. If the white flag comes out, that's going to be the race, and the next flag will be the checkered one. So a lot to go here. Brandon Fernafel in P1, Noah Rainwater in P2. Which lane will prevail? Pace car is going to come down into the pit box, and we're going to find out real quick what can happen in this race. Duel number 2, we're getting ready for Daytona next week. Lots going to happen here. Starter, here we go. Into the Geico restart zone, and we are green flag for the restart. An amazing job on the inside lane, man, but the outside lane has some steam. Big breakaway right there in the down low. Who will get the momentum here? The inside lane has it for now, but outside lane might start a third lane. No, they don't. We're single file still. With 2 laps remaining. Now a lap and a half. Who can get it right now? 2 wide all the way around this track. The leaders have it right now, though. This might look like what we saw in Duel number 1. White flag this time by for Brandon Fernafel. There it is. The final lap, next lap, will end the race. Who will win this race tonight for Duel 2? When does Matthew Correa make his move? When does Jason Hand make his move in the 54? Or will it come from somebody else? Look at this. Outside lane, the lime green machine. Josh Fox had the momentum, but now he doesn't. Big shakeup right there. Up the front, look at him. Matthew Correa makes a great move on the outside lane. Has to side draft hard. Who will it be here? Gonna get some help from the outside. It's a drag race at the line. Brandon Fernafel, maybe not. Matthew Correa is going to win Duel number 2 at the line by nothing. Unbelievable job by Matthew Correa to win Duel number 2. Incredible job at the line. So close. A shootout, if you've ever seen it. And at the line, 0.00. They were tied at the line. Incredible job right there for Matthew Correa, the winner of Duel number 2. Heart-pounding moment to end the race. Unbelievable fireworks going off on the track. And they're all going off for Matthew Correa. Unbelievable job right there. Didn't even do any donuts. Just got out of the car, walked away. Awesome job for him. Incredible. Let's go back and take a look if we can get a good shot of that. But man, unbelievable finish right there at the line. Excuse me, but Matthew Correa. Let's just see how he gets this thing done. On the outside lane. Pulls up, tries to side draft, but didn't really have the room. Big wreck behind. And then at the line, absolute chaos. Look at how close this is. Oh my word. Absolutely the closest finish we have ever seen in race day on YouTube. But man, incredible job by Matthew Correa to get that done. Brendan Fernoffel for the same thing. Unbelievable job. Folks, we're going to come right back. We'll thank a sponsor. We'll try and bring in Matthew Correa. Stick around. This is, man, what a great finish. Welcome back, folks, to the conclusion of the Duel number 2. Here is the finish. After we checked our cameras and had a great result right here, watch this. Side by side at the line, Cherry, Hand, and Wrangle all collided together. Josh Fox maybe had a chance, but watch this, how close they come to the line. There it is, basically. How close is that to end Duel number 2? Incredible job there for these drivers, man. Awesome job, Matthew Correa. What an incredible time right now. We'll try and bring in Matthew Correa if he's available, just for a quick talk. If we can find him, we'll definitely get him in here. So far, I do not see him, so unfortunately, can't bring him in right now. But man, what an incredible race. We'll talk to him next week, definitely, about his finish. But what an incredible time here. Big thanks, folks, to all of you who again, who are here watching online. Big thanks to all the subscribers, everyone who submits and donates, whether it be, super chat or whatnot donations. We really appreciate that. That goes far for us. And just a big thanks to all of you. Big thanks to No Limit Racing. I can tell these guys are going to put on one hell of a show as we continue further on into the season. But man, if this was any indicator what we'll see for next week at Daytona, I'll tell you what, I am pretty pumped up. What a great job. But here we are, Daytona. We'll catch you guys next week, Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And I can't tell you what, Xtreme Graphic Next Gen Series. It's going to be a good one. So we'll see you next week, folks. Have a good night. We love you.